What's up, guys? It's Will back again. I'm here with the great Optical 20, the Bears fan, the Super Bowl, soon to be Super Bowl favorites, Chicago Bears, because the Red Rocket is taking you to the promised land. I know, Optical, if there's anything in Thanksgiving, you're thankful for the Red Rocket, right?
Red Rocket. I mean, there's nothing else that you
Forget
wouldn't want.
family.
Hey,
It's all a Red Rocket.
no, when the Bears are on, especially when Red Rocket is on, for everything just becomes second. So.
And Darnell Mooney for getting you fantasy points every week and helping you beat me twice this year.
Twice.
So you swept me.
Pretty much,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like the Lions of our league right now. So. Or the Bears, if you will. But yeah, so thanks so much for joining us tonight, guys. This stream is all going to be about sort of what we're thankful for, and also we're going to discuss some news. We're going to hit the President Loki thing because I know everyone's going to want to hear us talk about it, and also specifically me because they want to test my Loki resolve and see whether I'm going to get this figure or not. But guys, before we get into that, let's hit the intro, and then we'll jump right into the main topics. Lael should be here soon, and we'll get into all the Thanksgiving goodness that we want to get into. Let's get into it. Optical, first off, besides the Bears winning, how was your Thanksgiving overall?
It was fantastic. Speaking of Thanksgiving, though, aren't you going to get copyrighted because you used that intro again?
Yeah, I get copyrighted every time. Yes, which is ridiculous, by the way, because I paid for this intro, Optical. I paid for it, and the guy told me, he's like, no, it's from a subscription service that you pay to use royalty-free music from. So it's on there, and he was like, dude, no chance. He was like, you're in the clear. So basically, anytime they hit me with a copyright claim, I just mute that section of the video later, and then it takes the claim away. Okay. So that's what happened. So I go back, and I can just mute that 10 seconds or whatever, and then
have you tried disputing it, though?
I haven't, because it's not worth it. Because I was like, I can dispute it because I'm clearly in the right. I don't know why they keep claiming me. I think it's an automatic thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You should. I did that once to this company, and I was like, dude, this is a freebie. You guys are claiming this. This is false, and they took it off. Never had that issue.
I mean, it's royalty free music. I don't, like, it's on the subscription service, and the guy who made it for me has that subscription service, and I picked out the song. And then now they're claiming it. So that's why I just take it out and mute it all the time. But did you eat a lot of food, Optical?
Of course. I mean, you got the Bears come, at noontime.
Did you drink a lot is the question.
I always drink when the Bears are on. I mean,
okay.
It's just like, oh, damn it.
Yeah. Dude, because you have to drink the pain away with the Bears.
Well, more like celebration,
Oh, today it was.
Yeah, it's like a celebration, of life. Yeah.
That's true. Because the question, Optical, is usually how many plates did you eat? Because I ate 2 plates today, and it made me very full. But I also, we'll get into this question, but one of my favorite dishes for Thanksgiving, I loved kind of the side dishes. Like, I'm a big mac and cheese and mashed potatoes, things like that. I love the turkey too. But I really kind of like the side dish.
I think the side dish, I think that's what at least I'm looking most forward to. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, turkey, that doesn't really excite me. I feel like turkey's kind of bland anyway, and then you want the stuffing, obviously, but the side dish is what makes it good, I feel like.
I think so too. And for our fellow collectors who are not in the States, you guys should just celebrate Thanksgiving anyway. It's a great holiday. I mean, and you get to eat a lot of food. What better situation? I never even drink soda, and I'm drinking a Sprite today. So
it's
sponsor
an
a Sprite.
Hey,
sponsor a Sprite.
Right, holla us, just sponsor this video, please.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But we're going to adjust the chat, but we got 2 quick super chats. Big Collector, thanks so much, man. Hey, guys, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Big Collector. It really does mean a lot. You guys are an amazing community, and we're all grateful, seriously. Simon, dude, thank you so much again. Happy Thanksgiving from your neighborhood to the north. Oh, our friends in the north, Canada.
Hey.
I've been to Canada once, actually.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city.
I went to Toronto.
No, not Toronto. I mean, yeah.
Well, Toronto was like really nice, but then there were like trains going down the middle of the road, and it was very hectic. Like there were trains coming right at us, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I move? Like, this train is about to freight train me.
Just like, or should I just stand my ground?
Yeah, should I just let it happen? I'm an American. I don't know. Do I deserve this? I don't know. So we'll address the rest of the chat. Emotionally unstable amphibian. Love the username. Hail. I'm English, but Thanksgiving happy a lot over here. Thank you, Luke Scottney. To Cothery in the house. Dakinator. I always think of Dakinator, like Dak from the Cowboys, which are in overtime right now, I think.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't start my other wide receiver. What's his name? I'm whatever. He
Amari
sucks
Cooper?
anyway. No, no, Amari Cooper is in beast mode. No, 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 not Amari Cooper. Beasley. Oh
Oh,
god.
Cole Beasley. Yeah,
Yeah, he has
he's on
0
the Bills.
points. So
He used
yeah,
to be on the Cowboys at one point.
0 points. So that was
KG
like,
Collector. Happy Thanksgiving to all. KG, thanks, man. You need to get back on set. Seriously. DJ, thanks so much. DJ's been a longtime supporter of the channel, so seriously, DJ does mean a lot. Sukatli said we all know why we're here. Yeah, that's the first topic we're gonna hit because I know people are eager for sure. The collector number one, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, collector. Danny Lee in the house, Optical.
oh yeah.
Sweet, sweet angel. Danny is the sweet angel. I'm thankful for him every day, not just Thanksgiving. Lane. Now we're going to find out Legal Loki set up on the show with President Loki, or will we? We're going to find out. Max Geekdom in the house. Genta, Jazzy, Sumo, Tobor in the house. Mike Fayella, always good to see Mike and Tobor for sure. And Max Geekdom, Jazzy. AJ in the house. AJ, thanks for joining us, man. Seriously. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone else. Let's see. Mike. Isaac in the house. Isaac plays Call of Duty, but let's see. Oh, Optical, let's address Riley Ramirez for a second. Because this man
Yep.
ruined my Thanksgiving. Because I was just about to make him a moderator on the gaming channel. And then a guy posted 4 stormtroopers today, some of them officers, for $225 shipped loose. They had their accessories, though, the guns and the bases and stuff. I was going to buy them. Isaac messaged seconds before me and bought them himself. Happy Thanksgiving, Isaac. You ruined mine. No, Isaac, I'm happy for you, man. Seriously,
It's Riley, man. Don't mess up Isaac. It's
sorry,
Riley
not Isaac. Isaac. Well, I'm mad at Isaac too. Not really.
Okay.
I'm mad at everybody now. No, Riley was all you. But congrats, Riley. Seriously, that's a great pickup. Fandango, dude, you don't have your cards even. Oh, he's messaging Lane. Sorry. Okay. KJ Smith in the house. Philip the Fool. Danny Lee. We talked about King Dingaling Optical. Happy Turkey Day. Have you guys found a glitch on Toys Wonderland? Ordered a bunch of hot toys.
King, you're the first one who would know.
You were King. You would know. You're a go-to. Genta said first one to pronounce my name right. It's Genta? I think I said that right. Genta? Okay. Well, guys, with that said, let's jump right into the first topic because most of the topics are going to be like sort of thankfulness and big overarching topics, but we do have some news. We'll hit the news first. Hot Toys President Loki. So let me pull up at least the collector's version, Optical, like sort of the standard version, if you will. I want to get your thoughts on this. So this President Loki dropped sort of out of nowhere. And it's kind of got the community in a little bit of an excitement phase right now, which is interesting to me.
By community, you mean you? Or
I mean, see, honestly, maybe not. So we're going to find out. But Optical, this is 285. What do you think about this President Loki?
I feel that the first Loki from the TV show was already a stretch. So getting this is really unnecessary because unless your name is Will and you love Loki that much, do you really need a Loki right after the Endgame Loki? I'm just saying. just saying, like even if you do love that show, and this is how I feel, he can still represent the show, I mean, the show is done. So, and then there's gonna be a new show. They picked up season 2. By the time you get this, it's already. Plus, this guy is what I told you last night. I was like, I don't even remember when he used this. You said it was like 5 minutes or
it's when they're in like the sort of they get pruned and they're in the sort of land between lands, and President Loki shows up along with the other Lokis and they kind of have a fight.
Yeah, and the head sculpt looks okay. It's kind of weird. It's not Ant-Man weird. At least they made a smiling head sculpt not creepy. Still sort of creepy, but not in an Ant-Man way. The hair, it's the Loki that we've seen. 285, is it because of Loki the Gator, maybe?
Florida Loki.
Yeah, Florida Loki. Yeah, because of the articulated jaw. That's what we're gonna hear.
He's
now.
like Grogu, it'll split in half.
Yeah. God. But there's not judging the show, right? Or the character. Let's just purely look at the figure. There's nothing special about this figure. It's a guy in a suit with an alligator on it. So as far as just figure, not judging if there's any other Lokis out there, I don't know why it's 285, but hey, I want to hear your thoughts, Will. I want to hear your thoughts on this one.
See, Optical, this is funny because, dude, I got so many tags, comments, messages about this figure because everyone I think and I think fairly so, assumed that I was going to go crazy for it
Yeah.
because it's a Loki and it's Tom Hiddleston Loki. It's the Loki, right? There's a bunch of Lokis now, but this is the Loki, right? Because a lot of people thought I was going to go crazy for classic Loki, and I didn't. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe it's just Tom Hiddleston, which Tom Hiddleston is the Loki for me, right? Like that Loki, Tom Hiddleston Loki will always be my favorite. But I'm with you. I'm a little bit surprised by this one because I again, this might be something I might pick up at some point, but I just feel like you said, I think it's unnecessary. I think I'm not sure why they made this, but I do feel like there's a lot of excitement for it, so maybe that explains it because maybe Hot Toys is like, oh, President Loki kind of has a cool look and people like it, but for me, I don't feel like there's anything special about this figure. I don't plan to get this, so. I'm getting the TVA Loki. I feel that's plenty. Like you said, that's already a stretch for most people because it's Loki in a business suit. I mean, it's with a jacket on, which is not exactly as toyetic as some of the other Lokis, right? So for me, this is Loki in a torn business suit with some horns on. I mean, and the sculpt is pretty good. I feel like it's an 8. It's good. I don't think it's perfect, but it's there. But to me, I just kind of feel like it's I just don't feel like it's necessary. I mean, this screen guy, this character, this President Loki had about 35 seconds of screen time, got his hand bitten off, and never was seen again. Like, so why would I really want that? Like I love Loki, but do I really need that in my collection? I don't feel like he has enough of an intriguing or compelling look for me to go like throw caution to the wind and say it's a Loki, I'll buy anything. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like after Endgame Loki comes out, that's the ultimate Loki. I don't feel like most people are even going to need another one.
Right.
And, I'm getting the TVA one because I love Loki and he's my favorite. And even then, like you said, that's a stretch for most people.
Yeah.
Like, but this one is a total stretch, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as like I said, like we can judge this as a figure, just without any other Lokis. And if this is any other than Loki, let's say this is Bruce Wayne, you'd probably go bananas right now. It's like, this is crazy. Why would they release a Bruce Wayne in just a suit, right? Let's say they decided to sell that by himself. The only thing that differentiate this is he has some daggers and he has this small crown and a gator. That's it. Other than that, like with a ripped up suit. But yeah, this is for the hardcore fans, and which you are, and even you yourself, you're kind of like so on it because you do realize that. Man, I mean, let's be honest. This is 285. If this is 175, you could be like, all right, why not?
I can justify it. I can spend it.
Right, why not? But at 285, you can be like, oh, if you are planning to pick up another figure, so would you cancel that just to pick this one up? Like
that's the question, right?
You probably
have to be selective,
right? Like you can't just get something just because it was cool. So. I mean, I don't know. But
that's my thing. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of really cool figures, and like I said, getting that Prime 1 Balder, right? That's 1,200 plus shipping. But so 4 times. It's basically like 4 of these Lokis or 3 other similar figures, or I can get a statue like that is crazy, right? So you have to be selective with these things. I mean, a lot of people. I'm happy for the people that are going to get this. I might end up getting it if it goes on discount, but I could see this maybe being a low batch because I think this is one that a lot of people might say they want. And then when it comes time to pay the $315, then you're going to be like, do I really want to pay $315 for this Loki that had about 30 seconds of screen time? And it doesn't really have that cool of a look. Yeah. Like, it's not like he's wearing like an Avengers type outfit, or Dark World, which is very cool. Or even, sort of Thor. I would have preferred make a Thor 1 Loki. Yeah. Like, I think that would have been something people would have wanted a lot more. Maybe with the spear, like not the scepter from Avengers, but the spear he has in Thor 1. That would have been really cool, right?
Besides this one, and he's slowly becoming, well, not slowly, but he's
like
kind
Spider-Man.
of Spider-Man because he's easy to make. Just kind of like Spider-Man. He's so easy to make. I mean, this guy's in a suit. Like any third party can make a suit. I mean, there's nothing special about a suit. They already have the head sculpt with horns, perhaps. So, like I feel like there's really no risk for them here. They release a body that's normal body with a suit like looks like Joker. They're probably like laying around there. They have the pattern, whatever. And you just dirty it up a little bit. All basically they added was a gator that you can probably buy at Target, if you want. But
see, that's the thing. I think most people are gonna kind of get it for the gator, and that's kind of why I want it too. But I'm gonna share something real quick, Optical. This is the picture with the President Loki like premium edition, so to speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
With this edition, see, I found like some prices on Toys Wonderland, but like Sideshow doesn't have this listed because there's only 1,500 of these made worldwide for the
Yeah.
premium edition. So that's going to be hard to get because it's only 1,500 made, and Sideshow doesn't even have them listed right now. I don't know if they're going to be at all listed in the States or who's going to have them or what the case is, but I don't know how much more expensive this edition is going to be than the other one. But there's nothing in here besides this light box
Yeah.
that is of any interest to me. It's a bunch of stickers and like cards and stuff. Like it's kind of like something you'd get from like a Target like Funko Pop or something, you know? Like the Loki pin is kind of cool, but the mini light box is something I would be very interested in, but maybe that I might be able to pick up on eBay at some point or something.
Right.
Like
it feels like a video game collector's edition of
yeah,
some
doesn't
sort,
it?
huh? Yeah, you kind of get you get a t-shirt that is one size fits all and you're 6'4". And then you got a bunch of stickers in here that you probably won't ever use because
Right.
you're an adult. And a bunch of stuff and then it's gonna be what, like $500? I don't know. I'm just shooting that number up because it's limited edition, but
I mean, it's at least 400 because it's, you know, it's 285 for the regular, and then you're adding in the light box and the stickers and the shirt and like how would they know what size shirt to send you?
yeah.
Is it just a one size? Is it like extra
It's probably
large?
a large,
Yeah, an extra
like
large or something.
what most people are,
Yeah, I don't know how that would work actually.
or extra large.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I if the look were better, I think maybe I'd go for it because I'm crazy for Loki. But I think there's a good, for me, an exercise, a caution and restraint. Just because you love a character doesn't mean that you should blindly buy everything of that character. Like remember we did it with Last of Us. There's that Dark Horse Joel statue, right?
Yeah.
Like we almost bought it and we really wanted it because it's Joel. We buy everything Last of Us.
Right.
But we didn't buy that because we knew Prime One's going to be making something superior. So
yeah, and I think we tackled this on one of your streams where how many of the same figures could you have? And I think my answer there was that if it's not close enough, like I my example there was the BVS Batman to the Justice League Batman. I felt like even though they're different, they're close enough that I don't need both. Now this is different, right? This is different than the TVA and the other Loki, but not different good. It's like a downgrade. It's not like it's better than Avengers Loki. It's kind of like, oh, why? Kind of like, why do I need this? This is not the case where it's Batman Begins and then Dark Knight Rises. Totally different suit, but it's a suit, so it's you can kind of justify that. You still have that superhero vibe. This is, like you said, came out for like 50 seconds. It's 285. It doesn't give you that heroic or the villain feel to it. This is where we talked about last night. The moments. This has no moment.
No.
He got his hand cut off, and that was
and
it.
And that's all you saw of him. Yeah, I mean, dude, I would buy Classic Loki over this because Classic Loki at least has the badass scene where he like creates Asgard. I mean, at least that's pretty cool, right? I would at least go for Classic Loki over the Sosos over this because that at least I could recreate in a collection room. But this is cool. I mean, I do like it, and if like maybe it were a limited run, it might be kind of cool to have one,
right?
Like, because to have that and be like, oh, cool, I kind of have this, but I don't know if that's a good enough justification to get it. But for me, I do really like it. Overall, it's a good looking from a figure perspective. It's cool, but it's just like you said, 280. I'm looking at my pre-order list, and I'm like, do I really want to add $300 to that for this? Like,
you know who this reminds me of? The Brokeback Mountain Tony. Remember that?
Oh, the mechanic Tony?
No, not that. That at least that's pretty badass. The mechanic.
Oh, no, not the mechanic. So I'm thinking of the one where he's in like is he in a hoodie or something?
Yeah, no, he's a cowboy. Like he has a cowboy hat.
Okay, I gotta look that one up then. Brokeback Mountain Tony.
Yeah, I reviewed that, and it was yeah, he was just like, yeah, you haven't heard that? Rose Hill Tony Stark. There you go. Thank you, Nicolio. Rose Hill Tony. We called that Brokeback Mountain Tony back in the day, but so it was limited at one point. Like it was so rare. I bought it, and I was just like, man, this is cool. But
yeah,
that scene was, I mean, Iron Man 3 by its entirety is just questionable to begin with.
All of it is questionable.
And then you got that scene where he was wearing that, and then he was fixing the cable or whatever. So I had that, but oh man, he was the first to go. I was just like, after the initial thought, I was like, oh, I have something rare, and you're like, oh, maybe there's the reason why he's rare. And after that, it was gone. That's how I feel like with this guy. Like if you're not a Loki fan, and even if this is rare, you'd feel that way afterwards.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm just wondering who exactly this is for, because I'm the diehard Loki fan of the group, and I'm probably not getting this.
Exactly.
So I mean, even the TVA Loki for me, I was like, it's Loki though. I'll get it because I really liked the show a lot. I thought it was
Yeah.
great, and I liked him in that suit. I don't love the outfit of that Loki, but I loved his character in that show. So I was like, hey, let me at least get that, right? Let me at least get that Loki, and I'll get Sylvie for sure because Sylvie has an awesome outfit and she was great in the show. So.
Yeah.
I'm getting TVA Loki because I can put him in the jacket, have him holding the magic effects, make him look cool, right? But this one, like you can do that with this too. I mean, he has the green magic effects. I think Alligator Loki is the seller here.
Yeah.
That's why people would want this.
But the
But
thing though is the Trickster is going to get the alligator as well.
yeah, exactly.
So toys. So this, I
Exactly.
mean,
I would get him.
yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, I know your reservation with that Trickster, but let's pretend take out that So Toys logo, replace
Right.
it with Hot Toys. Same exact one, make it 285. I'm pretty sure you'll pick that up first before this.
Well, Hot Toys might make one now at this point because after I've seen this President Loki, they might make a Trickster Loki. I mean,
That's totally,
a classic Loki. They might.
I doubt it because that requires effort. This one doesn't.
That's true. Well, because the new head sculpt. And stuff,
New head sculpt, new outfit, and that requires effort.
Yeah, and it's funny. Max Edom said like comic book fans that follow the Loki for President story arc. So I mean, maybe Layout would want this. He can chime in if he shows up here soon. Like that could be it. And Mojo said I'm an MCU fanboy. I love it. Yeah, so I'm happy. People love it. Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
I
you
don't
really
know.
drill down to it, because we can say that for every figure, right? Like, but if
They
you
all
really
look great.
drill down to it, if you buy 15 hot, when is this going to come out? Like next year, for example, or 2023?
Let me look it up. Hold on. I don't think they gave an ETA on it, but I would assume probably like late next year to early 23 or something.
Right. I mean, it shouldn't take that long. I mean, this is as basic as you would get,
Yeah.
But if you let's say next year and you only buy 15 Hot Toys, and that's 15 Hot Toys is a lot, by the way. I only bought 13 last year. This could easily be the 17, 18, or 19 Hot Toys that you would buy. So if you put them in your X number of Hot Toys, you got to take something out, and I don't know who that would be, but yeah.
You know what it comes down to? Like this or like Yelena. Like, I mean, it's like what are most people are gonna get, and that's like a toss up. I mean, like that's like I think it's that level of figure. I think it's
personally, if somebody gives me $280 and tells me you either got to pick one of these guys, which one? I'll pick Yelena. Why? Because there's only one Yelena. I'll pick the other Loki, and I'm set.
You'll get Endgame Loki and be thrilled.
And be thrilled. Like I don't need this at all. However, I got no other Yelena. Maybe I won't buy another Yelena, or maybe they won't make another Yelena.
Yeah. That's a real tough one for me. If you asked me if I had to pick Yelena or this President Loki, like I'd be like,
yeah. And you love Loki.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why
that's telling you something.
And the fact that it's a tough one for you should speak volumes to how unnecessary this thing is.
Right. That's why, like TVA Loki, I didn't pre-order it day one, but I pre-ordered it and already paid the full thing off. So you can tell I pre-ordered it pretty quickly. So, and Sylvia I haven't yet, but she is definitely a buy for me. I'm just waiting to get it till later. But, yeah, it's cool and all. But I just feel like too, if we're looking at, we don't always want to complain about price, but 285, I think it's just the new norm. Yeah. To be honest, I think it just is. I think it's just the new norm for Hot Toys. The 285 is just what it is now. If there's at least one facial head sculpt, like non-helmeted. So I think that's just what it is. There's not a lot of accessories with this figure except for the premium edition, but for the regular edition, and you're still paying $285. So I think at this point, maybe there's no reason to complain about it because it's just what it is. It's just the norm. Yeah. Where the prices are going up and they're going to continue to go up. Soon it'll be $315. So, it'll be $315 for the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we were just talking about it last night. The Deluxe Hulk that I got was $375 back then. And
that's crazy.
That's a second torso, and Hulk is like almost a quarter scale, and this guy's $285.
If that Hulk was released today, he's probably at least $450, $475.
At least, yeah. He'd be like Carnage-ish because he has a second torso.
A second torso, right? Torso. I would use that second torso for sure because it's seamless, right? So
yeah. But you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, it's $285, and we got to get used to this. However, there's things that aren't released, like the DX Batman, that's $285.
And it's a DX. And
It's a
Shang-Chi and
DX.
Wenwu were 250.
The 250, right? And
Yeah.
it's not like far off from the
More
announcement.
accessories, I think.
More accessory, a lot better. Like the head sculpt is phenomenal.
And the
And
rings and the
those
swooping
effects that they do
effects.
have. Yeah. I mean, maybe we don't want to get into licensing and all that stuff. Let's just compare figure to figure. But
Right.
I mean, Batman, Bale, 285. That's an actual outfit, with
I'm getting that
swappable
DX19. It's great.
2 head sculpts, swappable faceplate, purse, a base. It's
Pennywise, 2 head sculpts, a
2 head
diorama
sculpts.
base. He was like 260, I think.
Yeah.
So, he comes with a skateboard.
They're not even announced yet. I mean, they're not released yet. That's the thing, because you won't help but do that if we're waiting for this at the same time as we're waiting for Batman. So
Yeah, and Max is a good point. Let's not forget everything is going with price. Prices have been hard hit during this pandemic. Sure, for sure. Yeah, and Dante makes a good point. The more detail in the head sculpt, the more pricey it gets. I don't know. That's hard to quantify though.
Yeah.
Like, what would exactly be more detail? Because maybe like
the more wrinkles it does have.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to quantify that. Like, I feel like maybe with like the battle damage Mark 85, even that he doesn't have. I mean, I guess it has more aging and stuff like that. And, that figure is a little more expensive because the die cast and the gauntlet and things like that. But yeah, it's a fair thing. But it's just, for me, like, it's still a great figure. Not taking away anything from the figure. Maybe I'll pick it up if I can get it for cheaper later. Like, if it starts dropping in price on Toys Wonderland or some sideshow, it's discounted, no one's really buying it, and it drops to like 240, maybe 250, I might consider it.
Yeah, there's a big possibility. And also, this is one of those things. If it doesn't and it sells out because no one pre-ordered it, I think you'll be fine. Your life.
I mean, I have Endgame Loki, I have Dark World Loki, I have Ragnarok Loki, I have TVA Loki. I already have 4 Lokis, so I mean, I think I'll be more than content. So yeah. So anyway, it's still a great figure, but it's not quite Thanksgiving time. It's family time. So, okay. So Optical, I wanted to ask you, we talked about this briefly a little bit. This is a quick question until we get into our collecting stuff, right? And hopefully Leal's able to make it soon. I know he said he had family, so he was running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Your favorite Thanksgiving dish? I'll start first and say, for me, for all the people out there that are watching, I'm going to go mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is the GOAT. It cannot be disputed. Mac and cheese is the best. So Optical, I'll throw it to you. What do you think?
Well, mac and cheese, and then you with mashed potatoes. Ooh.
See, that's a lot of carbs, but it's worth it.
Hey, that's why you got to run right afterwards or before.
or before.
Or before. So you
run to the plate to get the mac and cheese and then run back to the room.
You got to have room for that. Yeah, but I actually like side dish more than that. Like, I'm not a big fan of turkey, but every time we do this, we always have ribs. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go with the ribs then. It's somewhere different, but I like that better than turkey, honestly. And the sides are just awesome.
Yeah, the sides are, we're getting mac and cheese, we're getting ham, prime rib, potatoes and gravy, stuffing. I've never been a stuffing guy, really.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't know.
For some reason.
KG said mac and cheese. See, I knew KG. He's a smart man. Mike Fellas said, I've never done mac and cheese. Wow, Mike, interesting. Never done mac and cheese. But it's funny. Jazzy said prime ribs. I've never done prime ribs either, Optical. It's interesting you guys do that.
Yeah, cool. Prime ribs. It's not at least on my family, not everyone likes turkey. So
there's the man himself.
There you go.
What's going on?
Leo.
The tale of two wills. What's up?
Leo, we need to know your favorite Thanksgiving dish, because I know you just came from Thanksgiving. What's top tier Thanksgiving dish?
It's not turkey.
There you go.
Okay. It's not turkey,
right there.
bro.
Right.
It's not turkey, bro. I'm so tired. Turkey is overrated for Thanksgiving, bro. Like, straight up, it is. Actually, no. So I went over my mother's house, man, and my sister was there, and my niece was there, and the kids, and my niece's wife, she had me try this pie. I never, and when you look at it, it was like, okay, I thought it was, sweet potato pie. That's just the first thing that you think about. She said, no, just taste it. So I tasted it. I was like, yo, this is pretty good. I have never had carrot pie before, bro.
Me either.
It was a pie made out of baby carrot, and it tasted the exact same texture as sweet potato pie, but it was just different. Like, it had different. But it was good. It was really, really good. So they had that. Like, they got really creative this year, bro. They tried to stay away from the traditional Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that. Like me, like Toya, she made like a vegan meatloaf, She made vegan macaroni and cheese. I had
Nice.
yeah, so she knows for me it just has to be that way. But yeah, I stayed away from turkey, man, because I just think it's just overrated, bro. Like, and it's, and I don't eat meat anyway, so you know what I mean. I don't really have to worry about it, but I don't know what's your and on top of that, the macaroni and cheese didn't come out of a box. It was made fresh, Will.
No, I'm the same way. I prefer that. My mom makes mac and cheese. She makes the best mac and cheese. Dude. It's funny. And Mike Fella said, "You're braver than I am, Leo. I can't eat something unless I know what it is."
Yeah, I know. You know what it was? It was just that I was like, you know what? I'll try it because, you know what I mean? Like it looked like sweet potato pie, bro. That's what I thought it was, but it wasn't. It was actually, and you know what? Something else that she actually had me taste. Now she knows that I'm like, I'm not I don't eat, no dairy for me, whatever.
Yeah.
But she had me try this ice cream, right? Bro, I didn't know what it was, but it was good. And I thought it was like vanilla based and stuff like that. Bro, it is a smoked, listen to this, and I've never tasted this before. It's smoked salmon with smoked salmon with honey and something else.
Ice cream?
Yeah, brother, that's the same. The way you said it just now was the same thing I said. Yeah, apparently, smoked salmon can be grounded into like an ice cream. I've never heard of that before.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I like
never
salmon, but
heard
I've never
that
had it in
before.
that context. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that before, bro. Like I've never
That's
heard
crazy.
anything like that before. But yeah, it is, and it's because there's a place around my area that actually makes different. But the thing is, you would never know that it was smoked salmon in this thing. I got to get her to send me the name of it, but they had me taste it. Now, mind you, they're stingy about certain things because they don't want you to taste everything. But yeah, it was actually good, man.
Nicola said, "What the no way."
Yeah.
Like
See,
that
that's the,
what?
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. Like, I like tasting things that are different as long as you don't tell me what it is first. If you tell me there's literally, because the thing is, I'll trust that you'll have me taste something that's pretty good, but I tasted it, and but the ice cream was actually good. Now, mind you, I didn't finish. I just had like a little taste of it, but it was good. But I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna. But it was really good. Like it was really, really good.
That's the last thing you would think if you're eating ice cream.
Yeah, bro.
That was salmon flavor.
Pork chop flavored.
But you would
Soon to be
never.
tuna next.
Yeah, and I didn't. I was like, get out of here. But it was really, really, really good, bro. It was really good. Then someone actually made vegan ice cream, vegan peanut butter. It was like a vegan peanut butter flavored ice cream made with chickpeas.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds kinda good,
with
too.
chickpeas, vanilla, and like a bit of like peanut butter or whatever. It was good.
We
That
gotta
was
try
actually good.
Thanksgiving at Lael's Optical.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Oh,
telling you, you
that
love
one's
it.
like-
You love it.
You can experiment a lot of things. Like
Exactly. We don't get
Telling
that.
you.
pork
But,
chop flavored pie.
See, Leo, before I want to bring up Optical's comment real quick, but Eric Sola said, "Give me Pennywise and mac and cheese." Eric, thank you so
Yeah.
much, man. Seriously, those are two great choices right there. But Leo, have you ever heard Optical said he had a prime rib, and someone else in the chat said that they have a Thanksgiving? I haven't heard that before.
A what?
A prime rib?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that
I
before.
mean,
That's
you're
new to me.
asking Lale. He just tasted. He said,
That's true. He did have salmon ice cream.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
prime rib just became normal.
Yeah, that's true. The,
so
the abnormal is now
everything
normal.
that Optical said is normal compared to the
Right,
bullshit
it's
that I
nothing.
had today, bro. Straight up.
Exactly, bro. But Leo, I want to hit this topic real quick because we just moved on from it, but I want to get your thoughts on it.
What's up?
And then we'll move sort of to our bigger topics of the evening. And we'll keep the stream short, probably about an hour and a half. President Loki.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to, because I thought I missed it. Well, I guess we did miss it, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on it, Leo. It's a no for me. I think it's a no for
definite
Optical, too.
no for me.
Yeah, and I'm the big Loki guy. It's a no
It's
for
a
me.
definite no for me. It is a no-go for me. As soon as it dropped, I was like, nah, I pass. Like, literally, that's just the way I felt, because the thing is, bro, like, number one, we just got done talking about this shit yesterday about the releases and, you know what I mean? All these new releases that they're dropping, and they still don't have, these reveals, and there's still no releases that we can count on seeing. this piece, bro, like you had me at the first one. You know what I mean? The first one that was released, with the tailored suit, like the tailored shirt and everything, that was good. You know what I mean? I'm good with that. You know what I mean? But now this is just basic. I think that they're just pushing it, and they're going to try. And here's the thing: you being like the resident Loki guy, I'm just afraid that they'll keep doing stuff like this, and it might even give you such a taste in your mouth, a bad taste in your mouth, that you be like, yo, can y'all just stop? You know what I mean? Number one, I don't like the head sculpt at all. I do not like that head sculpt at all. It looks from certain angles, I guess it looks okay, but when I look at it from different angles, it looks like Pumpkinhead to me, bro. Like literally, like I just don't like that head sculpt. There's something about it that's creepy. You know, I think I don't know, maybe they can tone it down, you know, once the release drops. But even then, it's a definite no for me. Like it's just not. I mean, it wasn't something that, you know, and I guess, you know, Brendan was on to something when he was talking about it, like yesterday doing it. You know what I mean? He was on to something when they put that out. I guess that they were just letting us know. Look at Toya. She said, "Happy Thanksgiving, everyone."
I know, the queen in the house. Thanks so much to Lewis, by the way, too, Layout. Thank you, Lewis. Happy Thanksgiving, all. I hope everyone had a good one. You too, Lewis. Thank you so
too,
much
Lewis, man. Thank you, man. I hope everybody out in the chat had a good one. You know, of course, we're here for y'all, so that's cool. And somebody said the Trinity, man. I like that. You know what? That's honestly. Let me pause on this really quick.
Okay,
I just want to have a moment. Everybody in the chat, you need to understand this. I started streaming live with these guys. Like I didn't start on my own. I started with these guys. We developed a friendship, and I think we do have like. You've seen many chats. You probably, I mean, not chats, but streams and stuff like that. I can honestly say, without being arrogant, nobody has a chemistry like us. Sorry. You would never find a chemistry like you find with us three. It's just the way it is. And it's not like we're trying, because we just go off the top, but it just works. It just works. You'll never find the chemistry that you find from the three of us, because it just flows and we just feed off of each other. So if anything that I'm thankful for besides family, friends, I'm thankful for my brothers that I have on this chat, in this group, in this stream right now, because we just make it work. And for all you guys, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Absolutely. But back to this bullshit. No,
this bullshit.
I can pass, bro. It's a super pass for me, man. It's a super pass for me.
But Leo, I've seen the comment thrown around a lot, and I know you'd be able to speak to this. That they said there's some comic origins for this that people are interested in. So is that true? I mean,
what'd you say?
There's some comic origins for this President Loki that people are interested in. Is this a comic character or something?
There's certain elements of this particular character. If anything, they would have gave us the true female version of Loki, the true female version of Loki. And when he did it basically himself, like he played, you know, that's because when they made references to it during the show, where he basically, you know, he is, you know, he's sort of bi because he can shapeshift. You know what I mean? So that's just who he is as a character. There were references, and there was a President Loki. Like there was. I mean, I'm not going front, but even still, with that being said, even with the comic references, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm easy on this piece. It was an easy pass when I saw it. It just wasn't important to me, because there's way too many things that we're still waiting on, bro. Like there's way too many. Like we're still waiting on the, you know, original OG Loki from Avengers. You know what I mean? So, and that one right there trumps all of them. To me, it trumps all of them.
And Leo, if you're gonna make another Loki, why not make Thor 1 Loki?
Yeah, right.
And that's a cool ass outfit.
Exactly,
why
right.
not make that one instead of this one? I mean,
instead of this one, bro.
Yeah, I mean, make a Thor 1 Loki. I mean, that would have been something people would have wanted, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely a pass for me, man. I was, because the thing is, when they released it, I was thinking about messaging you, but I was like, I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow. I'll let this sit in, because obviously, because this is how I know if it's important to you, because you'll message me and let me know. And if you didn't do it, then obviously it wasn't as important as I might have thought it was. So I was like, let me just wait. I'll wait for Will to kind of respond. So it's a definite pass.
Well, I got a lot of messages, Leo, and comments and stuff, and I think everyone thought I would be more excited about this than I ended up being. So like I saw him and I was like, okay, like it's okay, but it's kind of, and I felt bad because everyone wanted me to be so excited and I just wasn't, because I was like, I just don't see why this figure needs to be made personally. But for the people who love it, I'm really happy for them. They're gonna get a great figure. It's gonna look great. But just to me, I told Optical, Leo, this guy had like 30 seconds of screen time. He got his hand bitten off and disappeared. I mean, it just to me, there's not enough there to pay. This is $285 plus shipping. I mean, and tax.
And
for most
I'm
places.
guessing it's
like
basically because of what the
the
Loki alligator that you got.
Yeah, I don't know. A couple daggers, some magic.
I don't know, man. Optical. What was your thoughts on it, bro?
Oh, I told him it's an easy pass. I told him the TVA was already a stretch.
The TVA one's already a stretch for most
TVA is
people.
a
I'm
stretch,
getting that
but-
one. Lael's getting it, but yeah.
Yeah, like for a regular
And
dude,
Sylvie.
you'll be like, "Oh man, I just need one Loki." You know,
And it's
that
Endgame.
TVA
And it's
does,
Endgame,
but
yeah.
that's a stretch. And you
Yeah.
put this on, it's like if they release Bruce Wayne in a suit just by Bruce Wayne, even the hardest Batman fan would be like, "Oh, yeah, maybe I should dash this." And then they make it 285. A guy in a suit, and I mean, he has a gator. Maybe just put him. I don't know. Make him have a dog, and then he has just like, "Oh, yeah, I'll just skip dash this." I mean,
A better way to capitalize on something like this, if they were going to do something like this, they should have went the Boba Fett route, where they gave a 2-pack.
Oh, a 2-pack.
Yeah,
That
2-pack.
would've
A
been
2-pack would have made it would have been smarter, because then you have both versions. I mean, of course, you can
That's
actually
actually
give
really
people, you know what I mean? You could tell or let people buy the original version if they want to get it, single or a 2-pack. And then you would guarantee some leverage and push on this particular figure. But releasing it by itself, again, I know Brendan talks about, well, I don't care about the screen time. I do, because it's kind of, for me, I get it and understand why he doesn't. I mean, and why it doesn't really matter. To me, it matters because the thing is, I have to have a level of connection to the character. I have to feel something. Even if I'm reading a comic book, bro, if it's not actually a film or a television show or a television adaptation, if it's just a comic and there's a character in there that's only been in there for like maybe one issue, I'm not going to get that character. I'm not going to buy the figure because I have no connection to that character. It's just me. I'm not saying everybody's the same way. It's just me. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that it just doesn't say much to me. And then, like I said, they're showing this. We didn't see Loki do that in that scene, bro.
No.
Like, he got his hand bit off before he can do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then on top of that, you give him the alligator Loki? That's off to me. He hated that thing, bro.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean?
That's the only reason, I think one of the reasons people would buy this figure, because they want the alligator.
Because
I'm
the
like, but just
alligator-
get the So-So one.
Yeah.
Get the
just get
classic
the
Loki.
So-So one.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
anything,
yeah.
Hot Toys should have capitalized on the OG original suit Loki. They should have
Classic
did
Loki
that
would've
one,
been
a
a better
classic
choice.
Loki. It
Yeah.
would have been a better choice. But if you're going to do something like this, do it as a 2-pack, because then it's a better draw. So,
And Leo, at least classic Loki, I told Optical before you hopped on, at least classic Loki did some badass shit. He created Asgard out of nowhere. I mean, like,
You know what I
that's
mean?
at least, like, I would buy classic Loki. I told Optical I'd get classic Loki over this. I mean, like, and I
Heck
love
yeah,
Tom
bro.
Hiddleston, but I just feel like this is not a Tom Hiddleston character. It was like a spin-off character for 30 seconds. I mean, it's, yeah.
What they do matters, because that
It does.
for two things. You're paying something, and then you don't feel anything about that. And even if you like the figure, for example, I got you guys yesterday with the black and gold Spider-Man. You want to wait and see what it does, because what if it has the same impact as stealth suit Spider-Man, right?
yeah.
If it does, there's
Right.
two things that could happen. It could go down in price, because
Yeah.
look what happened to stealth suit. I mean, when
Yeah, bro.
It went real down.
And it went so far down, and they still can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
still can
right,
get rid of it.
exactly.
Like at this point, what's because that's a bad precedence. If you just get something, whether it has a big impact or not, just because it looks cool, man, you can make that argument for every Hot Toys figure, because every Hot Toys figure looks
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
very, very dangerous.
Yeah. It's
They
just,
just, come on, man.
It's very surprising to me that they even released this at all. So when I woke up and saw all the comments and tags and stuff, I thought it was Pennywise at first, or maybe Loki or something, because I got all these notifications, and I was like, oh great, it's Endgame Loki released. Then it was like Present Loki, and I was like, damn it. Yeah,
They should have just released Mobius.
I would have gone for Mobius over this.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, if they would have released Mobius, it would have made, and I'm pretty sure people would have bought it.
Or a
Mobius is cool.
2-pack.
And he had more screen time.
Mobius was cool as shit. And
Yeah,
give
he
him a
was.
jet ski, and I'm in.
Yeah, bro, there you go.
Yeah.
Mobius with a jet ski. That would have been
That
dope.
jet ski would be expensive though. It'd be
I
big.
know it would have, but you
But,
still got it.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It just So it's just I don't know. But let's jump into our main topics of the evening. We got some real Thanksgiving, thankful for type stuff. So I'm thinking this is kind of like just your top collectible of 2021. So what collectible are you most thankful for in 2021? I'll start with you, Leo. What collectible was your favorite? What are you most thankful for?
Ooh, what was my favorite of 2021? That's
I
easy. That's easy for me. I think that is sort of easy for me. Oh no, it's not. It's kind of tough.
Mysterio's a tough. I thought about Mysterio.
You just made it harder.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
yeah. It's hard, bro. There was some heat drop this year.
I got to take it on the chin. I'm going to say Miles. I'm going to say
okay.
Miles.
Okay.
Miles, definitely Miles. Him with the bodega cat, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm in on that. And that's putting Miles over Lando, bro, because I was extremely excited about Lando, and I love Lando. But that Miles, like literally, I love Miles, bro. I have to say, and I know, Riley, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Riley. But yeah, Miles, bro. Miles just kind of took it a bit, because here's the thing with Miles, the articulation, what I could pull off, the accessories that came with the figure itself, just the presence it actually has in your collection, in your your display. Like, it's just so much. And on top of that, it can display with any of your Spider-Verse figures. Like, it really does. It has that much presence with it. So I had so much more fun with that. Lando, yes. But the thing is, there's only so much you can do. I can't put Lando in a dynamic pose. I can't have him kicking anybody, because he never did that. You know what I mean? So, but with this, I mean, it was so, and bro, trust me, I would have fought over this between, if you put up Miles, we put up Mysterio, we put up Lando. I mean, there were so many other figures that were actually released in 2021 that were great. I mean, even Rex was decent, but yeah. I have to go with Miles. I have to say Miles is.
Do you think Lando is the best
favorite
Spider-Man figure they've ever made?
In my opinion, right now, hands down, to me, in my opinion, for my collection, this is the best figure. Right now, this is the best Spider-Man figure released for me. And it's because it's just, bro, just the color pattern, the black and red, the accessories that it comes with, the bodega cat, just, bro, everything about this thing is, it just speaks. It really, really does. Even if you don't get any of the other Miles that they basically have available, this right here is still this would be the one I say all you need. Like, literally. Yeah. The one that you need, and it's incredible. I love it. I can't say enough about it, bro. Like, I'm so happy I had this figure, bro.
It's great.
Definitely.
So, Optical, what about you, man? What's your top figure most thankful for this year?
I'm a little weird, but but as far as Hot
the
Toys,
Star Ace horse.
It's the Star Ace James Dean.
Mine's shipped, by the way. So
the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good horse, but Mysterio, I would say, for Hot Toys. I mean, I don't have a lot of Hot Toys this year. It's only 13, and Mysterio is 1. I don't have Venom yet, so maybe Venom would take that spot if I get him this year. But so far, Mysterio, he's just good, like for the money that you paid for it. Plus, he's kind of like a part of that Spider-Man verse that we're kind of anticipating right now. So just having him kind of gives you that warm feeling that, hey, if they make this, at least I have Mysterio, checked off the box here. But other than this, I would say that Private Jackson from Facepool, the one I reviewed that, the one from Saving Private Ryan. Dude, that thing is good. I love that thing because it was 220 and has that. I'm in a diorama phase right now, so it has that beautiful diorama scene.
Yeah,
220, and I was just like, ooh, this guy right here. Remember him? He's the one praying when he was trying to shoot.
He's
someone.
The sniper. Yeah.
He's the sniper, and I love this guy.
It's a good piece.
I love it, man. The piece by itself is 150. If you get the diorama with the bell tower on it, it's 220. So, I mean,
it's still good.
Price, yeah, it can't beat it for the price. And that piece, I use it for Daredevil, Spider-Man. Like when they're hanging in there. So it's amazing.
And that's a good ass movie. I mean, that's a really good
Saving Private Ryan. You can't go wrong. It's one of the best movies, hands down, bro.
Yeah, it really
hands
is.
down. That end scene with for people. If you haven't seen Saving Private Ryan right now, like I honestly think that Tom Hanks should have got. And did he get an Academy Award for that? Or no, he didn't.
I don't think so.
I don't think did he get a nomination for it at least?
Damn.
Not that I remember now.
Come on, man. Man,
For-
that death scene and that it choked me up hardcore, bro.
Dude, that opening battle is
Yeah.
literally the most bonkers shit I've ever seen in
Yeah.
a movie. Like it's
Yeah.
literally, like I've never felt more in the atmosphere than that scene. I was
and
like,
the
I
cinematography
feel so
passing
uncomfortable.
it. Yeah, bro.
Dude, people like the
Yeah.
guy gets his limb blown off. And he's just walking around looking
walking
for
around
it.
like
Like
he's
it's
confused.
like, and it's funny. They said they've interviewed people who were there and said it literally captured it perfectly. They said exactly that's what it felt like. Yeah, and before they even get on the beach, they're getting shot.
They're
I
getting
mean,
shot,
like they're
yeah.
in the boats, people are just getting headshotted and stuff, and I'm just like, because funny, like I don't know if this history is accurate, but I've always been told by people like basically they walked into like an ambush that they weren't aware of because they were supposed to like sort of bomb that area before, but the fog messed it up, so the
Yeah.
Germans were just there waiting for them,
No,
and
man,
then
there's
they
no
walked
carpet
into
bombing
it.
back then.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be like attacked like that. They were supposed to be able to go on the beach, and then they just got attacked. So I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I was always told.
Hey,
But,
optical. We know that if Will was a medic and somebody got shot, he wouldn't
Oh,
heal him.
hell no.
He'd run the
Like,
other way.
I'd be like, nah, bro, I'm out.
I'll just
You're on your own. It's true, man. No, Doc Smizzle's worse than me. Like, so we'll give it to Doc.
Smizzle.
just throw what do you call that? The one that they inject so you don't. Here we go. Just
I'll take the morphine and just throw it at him in
There
his
you go.
leg.
Throw the morphine. Here you go.
Yeah.
Take that and be
Yeah.
out.
yourself,
Run
man.
off.
Here you go.
Yeah, take it off. Go, and I'll run.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, peace out. I want to live. I want to see Pennywise released.
I'm gonna save more people. Here we go.
Yeah,
I gotta live to see Pennywise released at least that long. So sometime late next year. And then
That's
we'll
why
do it.
everyone on D-Day died, but Will.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell the story. I'll tell everyone's story. I'll be like, Optical, I'll tell your story, and I'll run off. Yeah. So for me, guys, this is kind of like a little bit of a cheat, but like, this is a Prime One piece.
I was wondering because I didn't know
Yeah.
whether or not you were talking about statues or just hot
Yeah,
or just like
anything you
figures.
want. I'll
But
give
you
a
said
Hot Toys
anything.
one too. I'll give a Hot Toys one too. But for me, this Balder, I'm actually working on the review now. I filmed all the footage, but this piece is seriously incredible. Leo, I think I told Optical like this is the Kratos actually comes separate, but this
up.
Balder,
Can I
yeah,
ask you a question?
yeah. What's up?
Didn't hold up. So we didn't get Ventress until 2021, right?
Yeah, you can use Avengers.
Okay, then Ventress
Okay.
over Miles.
Okay.
Ventress over Miles.
Ventress over Miles. Okay.
Yes.
So
Here we
you
go.
are a statue man now.
Ventress over, bro. Did you see this piece, bro?
Yeah.
Ventress over Miles is
I'll pull up
incredible, bro.
Ventress, yeah. But
Oh
this
my
ball,
God.
Leo, this
But this
Balder
Balder,
is, I think,
yeah.
my second favorite piece in my collection now, behind Pennywise.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Prime One, both my favorite pieces are Prime One right now. It's just absolutely incredible. The base, the pose, this is a dynamic pose. The tattoo detail, the face sculpt is insane. It's very freaking heavy, very
Yeah.
heavy. Let me
Yeah.
pull up Ventures real quick, Leo, so you can talk about it.
Bro.
It was Sideshow, right?
Sideshow's Ventress. It was the Mythos Ventress, bro. I have
Yeah,
to.
that's it.
I literally, if we're talking about a piece that I would actually say the best of 2021, and we're not just limiting. If we limited it to just figures itself, it was limited to that, then yes, Miles would win. But when it comes to like if we all around, bro, this piece has so much freaking presence. Literally by itself, it is amazing. I love this piece, bro. I can't. I can't like literally, bro. And it's not just because I'm a Star Wars fan. Well, maybe it is a little bit, but anyway, bro, this piece is literally is the best in my opinion of 2021. It was well worth the wait. And even though the first one I got was broken and shattered in pieces, they made up for it when I got the second one. It was incredible. Like this piece is well worth it. I will never. If they said that you had to sell everything else, but this piece and of course my Jen Urso, I'd never give up. I would never give up. Like literally, this piece is phenomenal. It is.
Leo, speaking of that, I know you could speak to this a little bit. Lane, thank you so much, Lane. Seriously, our Battlefront 2 compadre. So, speaking of statues, I'm looking at Sideshow Premium. I could think maybe it's a premium format. Is it premium format? It's a something.
Yeah,
It says Carnage statue and the Advanced Suit Batman from Prime One. I gotta look up the Advanced Suit Batman. We'll look that up. But the Carnage I know is very fairly priced and it's really nice. Yeah, let me.
The Carnage is decent.
Yeah, I mean, Lane, I would recommend. I mean, I'm getting the Hot Toys myself, but honestly, you could very much. I think it's still about this.
That
premium format.
Carnage. Oh
Yeah.
my God, bro.
It's
now
real.
that
It's real nice.
that's Carnage.
Yeah.
That's Carnage in every way. That's Carnage. That's the Carnage I would have loved to see. That one trumps that Hot Toys version 10 times over. This
Yeah.
one right here, this piece is freaking phenomenal. It definitely trumps, like, just symmetrically, when you're looking at tone, you're looking at just everything about this one trumps it. Because if you compare this one to the Hot Toys version, nah.
Yeah. This
This
Carnage
piece
is great.
is crazy.
I think he said advanced suit Batman.
I see the Batman Advanced Suit. It's pretty much the same price at $655. I'm looking at it right now. Prime one. It's
Oh,
also
Prime-
a sideshow.
That's
Right
interesting
there,
that
that one.
Prime 1 made a $655 statue. What scale
know,
is
right?
this?
I mean,
It's
the
only
ba-
20
the-
inches tall, so
Yeah, the base is almost non-existent, but at least for
Okay.
Prime one's standards.
That's
this
not
is
bad.
cool. Lane, I would go Carnage though. I
That's
think
not
Carnage is
bad.
cool.
I'd,
though.
I'd
Yeah.
definitely do the Carnage,
I love
though.
Carnage.
This is
That
cool too.
Carnage.
Yeah.
That
But-
Carnage. You got to think basically between both this and Carnage, what would go first? I think, honestly, in my opinion, because the Carnage will be limited, I think the Carnage would be dope. I mean, of course, Batman, you're going to have people that to get this piece, but that Carnage, I think it's more. It's more to it. It's more elements of that, bro.
It
So,
pops. Carnage would
Pops.
grab a lot of attention. Like if
It
you
would.
had
I'd-
someone come over, they'd be like, "That's cool."
yeah.
I'd say this though, Lane. If you're getting the Venom from Hot Toys, you might want to just get this and just be uniform. And
That's fair. And then get the Batman. Yeah,
don't
that's what
know
I'm
if you
doing because
are,
I'm getting the Venom. So I said I'm going to get the Carnage Hot Toys instead of the statue. Even though I
Right,
think the
'cause if you get-
statue is probably a little bit better, but
right. But if you get the
yeah.
Carnage statue and then you get the Venom that's Hot
Right.
Toys, that might kind of like
that
not
Carnage Hot
in
Toys is
scale.
massive though.
Yeah.
See,
I got to find space for him. Yeah, he's big.
Yeah. That Carnage, but that statue is phenomenal, bro.
For me though, if I was talking about Hot Toys, I would, and that's crazy. This is a year where Kylo Ren and Rey came out, and I
Yeah,
love both of them. They're great.
no.
IG-11 is another top choice for me. I really like
Yeah.
IG-11.
Yeah.
I think honestly, if I'm just thinking about what I got this year, I think I'd have to go Mysterio.
Mysterio's a great figure, bro.
Yeah, Mysterio
Like it's a
is
great. It was
it
a
really impressed me.
surprise, right?
Mm-hmm. I was really looking forward to it for sure. It was one of my most anticipated, but I didn't anticipate it being that good.
No one
Yeah.
expected it to be that good because we never
Yeah.
really saw the head sculpt. Like it's not like it wasn't. It's not like it was good because of the head sculpt. It just
Yeah.
added it to it.
Yeah,
But
just a
the
plus. I haven't
entire
even used
figure
it.
itself is just good.
It's basically when we talk about, and because the thing is, here's the thing that makes that figure so good, bro. That when we talk about character poses, it can be a straight up museum character pose, and it looks still good, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All you literally have to do with that figure is to stand him up and raise his hand out and raise his arm, and it's
Yeah.
just so much presence. Even like that one, if you go back a
This
bit,
one?
Will, that one, yeah, it's a
That looks
normal
badass.
pose.
Yeah.
It's just a badass pose, and what makes it is the element of the smoke around it. That's
Yep.
what gives it so much presence, bro.
Right.
Like I'm thinking about posing it just like this, like literally, like right now I have him pose with his hands out, just
Yeah,
pretty
that
much.
works
I think
too. Yeah.
every collector might have it this way, but yeah, it's bro. I did not anticipate it being as good as it was. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Man.
I literally, Leo, I went and put him in the top shelf of my display right in the middle. Like, he's right there in
Right.
center stage. I put the smoke around him. He's in a flying
Yeah.
pose shooting his like little,
Yeah.
triangle beams. Like you can put
Yeah.
him in museum pose, flight pose. He looks great in all of them.
He looks great.
Like, he looks great in any
in
pose.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the seam in the helmet. It doesn't bother me really.
Nah, and you know what? I thought that was going to be a problem, but it's not. It's
No,
not
you
at
can't
all.
Even see it really. I
Not
mean, when you're looking at the
especially when
display,
you
yeah.
turn that light on. If you light up the helmet, you can barely tell it's there. But this just has so much presence, bro. It really does.
And Lane did say he's already got Venom on pre-order. Yeah, I would get the Carnage Hot Toys.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Yeah. So, those are some great collectible choices. So here's another one. What 3 collectibles are you most thankful for in your entire collection? We know about Generoso for you, Leo, for one, but just this could be interpreted as top 3 collectibles in your collection, or the ones you're most thankful for because they have a story to them, or they were difficult to acquire, whatever the case may be. So Optical, I'll start with you on this one. This could be Hot Toys, this could be statues, anything collectible.
Anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just top 3.
Enter Bay Jordan,
Okay.
DX11,
That Interbate Jordan is
Enter Bay
crazy.
Jordan,
I
yeah,
gotta look that up.
DX11,
That's
and
crazy, bro.
Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Oh, okay.
Those are probably,
Yeah.
and for like obvious reasons, they're hard to get nowadays. Plus, the characters itself. I mean, I'm from Chicago. Jordan, Superman. Grew up in
Definitely, bro.
Superman. and the best Joker out there. So just the combination of those three kind of like makes it Grail for me. Those are the like we throw Grails around all the time, right? But if you think about it, like beyond to some, and I'll talk about this in another scene. Like if Yondu's a Grail, but if Yondu's available, is he still a Grail like Mark 47?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Probably not
True.
because of the character. But make DX11 widely available, it's still going to be Grail for a lot of people because of the character, or Michael Jordan, because he's the GOAT or something. So I guess it's a combination of all of that. That's I'm just thankful that I started early, that I was able to grab these things, at a decent price.
Optical, is this the one you're referring to, the Michael Jordan?
Well, I got both of them, but I bought them separately. I didn't know that they were going to come out with the 2-pack because I was an early adopter.
Wow.
So I bought one like the rookie version, and then I bought the red version first, and then the rookie version after. So I would have saved a lot of money if they announced this quite early. But
Yeah. Its figure looks really nice though.
Bro, this
And you
figure's crazy. I saw it. You know what pissed me off, Optical? Like, because I wanted it, but I slipped up and missed out on it. And then when I went to New York Comic Con, I saw it at Midtown Comics. They had it on display. And the guy was like, yo, everybody who walks past it, they want it. And he was like, yo, because it's really like hard to find in certain places now. And like, if you try to get it, aftermarket, it's high as hell to get that too. But it's phenomenal, bro. They did a good job with it. I was like, damn, I missed out. And then on top of that, you get the J's with it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And there's no sequel. This is it.
That's it.
That's it.
Hot Toys website is really subpar.
Yeah, bro. It's
I mean, this is the one you're referring to, right?
That's the one that I have.
Yeah.
This one's a Grail for a lot. You have this one layout too?
No, I don't have this one, bro. I don't, and I want it, but I don't have it. That piece is Grail. That's the OG original Superman, bro. That's my Superman. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I've heard it's kind of pricey now, isn't it, Optical?
Not that much.
Really?
Not that pricey. Yeah. I mean, I think you can get it for $400. It's not. It aged. Like the eyes are not the same. Like the way but the suit itself is beautiful because you can pose in whatever because it's fabric.
Yeah,
so it's
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
And you said Optical, the other one was DX11.
DX11. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't and see that pose right there. You cannot
You can
do
achieve
that with.
Yeah.
You can't do
Joker.
that with the Cabo version, bro. It's kind of hard to get it up like that, but
Yeah, DX11. And also, I guess because of the price that I got him for, because it all factors in. Like I got this for $200, and it's so far, the best Hot Toys Joker so far. And we keep on hearing that he's going to be re-released, or
Right.
we've been hearing that since July, and nothing imminent yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's such a tough. I mean, it does look good for the time.
Yeah.
I think that for sure if they remake this one, they're gonna look at Prime 1 and J&D and Queen and what they've done and be like, okay, we got to bring our A game on this one.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's why they haven't remade them, because they
Right.
had a chance 2 years ago with a quarter scale, a bigger canvas, and it's not.
And
even
it didn't
close.
work out. Yeah.
Actually, this is better. This face is better than the quarter.
I think
scale.
it might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Because Queen Studios just released a quarter scale one, and it's way better than the Hot Toys.
Way better. That doesn't even
I mean,
have a
it's
purse, and
purple
this one has
hops.
purse. This has 2 head sculpt. The laughing one is so amazing.
That's it.
The
Yeah.
is this one.
See,
yeah.
this is what I'm hoping that we get a re-release on, man, because
Right.
I need this one. Like, this is the one that I'm gonna need.
I bet you they re-released this one straight up, no improvements whatsoever. Fly off the shelves. Just
Think
like
so.
straight
It-
re-release. No
just one.
improvements.
But in a world where J&D and them exist, you think it would still sell?
I mean, not everyone can afford.
I mean, it's a lot more
J&D
expensive.
that much.
Exactly.
Or Queen
Not-
Studio, but the Queen Studios
fly.
quarter scale is root or sculpted hair, like that one. It's like $600 or something.
But you add shipping, that'll be 800.
yeah, true.
This is going to be like at most maybe 350, 400
Shipped,
at
yeah,
most
right.
with shipped and
Right.
with tax. So and then but there's people who like
Damn.
those figures. So I mean,
You
imagine
see-
this is 275, 2 head
270.
sculpt, full diorama, like the backdrop
Yeah.
that I'm using now from this one, and it's not like a teeny one. It's
Oh,
massive.
it came with the interrogation desk.
Yeah, like
Oh, wow.
the one behind me, like,
You
it's like
see-
7 Jokers. That entire scene, that's included. That's not
Wow.
Toya said this is fire. Yeah.
Bro, did you see what Brand X said? He bought it for $250, sold it for $2,000 sealed. Damn.
I gotta. Where's that? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Brand X. Damn. The good on you, Brand
That
X.
is a
Seriously.
come up.
You know what I did though, because I had this two head sculpt, and the laughing one is so good to keep in a box. So I bought like
Yeah.
an outfit just without the purple coat, and
Yeah.
I got two Jokers out of it. It's beautiful, and you got the
Wow.
table, you got every scene in here, you got everything.
So you get the
Chair,
table with it as well.
yeah, you got the table, that lamp, chair, the entire backdrop. That backdrop right there, that's
Hold on, let me pull it back up. There we go.
massive.
Wow.
So it's kind of like the background of the police station, like the bricks and stuff, and you get
Right,
everything.
and by backdrop, I mean backdrop, not like those cover, like,
Not the
you know, like,
cardboard, yeah.
not the cardboard one, like the cardboard one that you got from let's say Black Panther.
Mhm.
Make, I don't know, 25 of those, and that's the backdrop. Like it's an actual backdrop.
I think you're onto something, Optical. I think maybe they had like a DX20 Joker ready, like they were ready, and then like J&D and Queen and Prime dropped theirs, and then Hot Toys was like, maybe we need to like refine this a little bit more, like just make sure before we drop it, because right now the competition is so strong for Heath Ledger Jokers out there that they have to bring their A game or they're going to get attacked big time for it.
Yeah, and they're not gonna win. They release this straight up. It's still gonna sell, but
people are gonna
get
be
a whole
mad.
lot of heat.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. 10 years,
Right.
and you still got this.
Do you think that if they do a re-release that they would improve the sculpt if they did that?
I think they would.
They will. I hope they do, because this is good. Like anyone would get this if we confirm right now that there's not gonna be another Joker. Everyone would be like okay with this for the right price. But
Yeah.
right now in 2021, it should improve, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Leia, what about you, man? I know Jyn Erso's one of them, I would think. So what
So-
about the other ones?
Yeah, so I'm definitely thankful for Jyn Erso, man. Like, when that figure dropped, I knew after seeing the film and how much, the film just influenced just my collection and revamped and revigorated. It wasn't, because you gotta remember, like when we, the first got look at it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like that figure is, I don't care, by far one of the best I've ever owned. Like literally, I know it might not be that same way for everybody else. But this piece is phenomenal. If you get the deluxe version, you get it with the sniper rifle, you get it with like her, the poncho, the helmet, bro. It's so much to this figure that is phenomenal. The scarf, it has so much presence. Like I remember like waiting on it, seeing like the production photos, seeing everybody reviewing it before, bro, I couldn't help it. Like it was pretty much a phenomenal piece. So this was my day one all day. I'm so thankful that I have this one. Second, I would have to basically say, I would have to say Ventress, bro, because I love that statue. I love just the presence, and it's the look. Having it on top of Detolf, and I even have it next to Maul. You would think, like, even next to the Mythos Maul, bruh, they killed this. Like, they literally killed this piece. I mean, all the way down to just like the skull, the base, the diorama base itself, bro. Like, it's a phenomenal piece. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful statue, bro. Like, if you see it in person. And the swap out head sculpt, the pieces like the sabers, even without the sabers lighting up, they still have presence with this figure. Like I can't stress it enough that this piece is incredible. And my third, where is it at? And this is a surprise, and I know this is going to surprise a lot of people. But after sitting and looking at this figure, I was like, this piece is incredible, and I'm so happy I have it. And that is...
Ooh.
Who's this?
Show and tell time. Real fancy.
Probably Black Widow.
Anticipation. Optical, I see your comment, by the way, about rooted hair. We'll have to talk about that. Oh, let me solo you, Leia. Hold on.
It's a Crate Luke, bro.
Ooh, wow.
Bro,
Okay.
I didn't expect that at all.
The thing is, that's the same. I didn't expect it either. But here's the thing. Bro, this figure is clean.
Yeah.
Like literally, it is. The reason why I say this is because if you would have gave us this Luke, if we would have got this version of Luke throughout the trilogy, it would have been incredible, bro. But this Crate Luke, I mean, I can't stress it enough. This piece is phenomenal. And the thing is, a lot of people missed out on it. Like literally, it came and it went. It sold out. But this piece, I'm so happy that I have it. Like, I would have said Lando. I would have said Miles. I would have even have said the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan. But this piece, bro, like the more, because the thing is, it's crazy because I was looking at it like maybe about a few days ago because I was kind of just posing certain figures. But this piece, bro, like literally everything about it, so what I did was, because this figure actually came with the blue, his actual blue Anakin saber. I swapped it out and gave him his own saber, the green one, because it just made more sense. And I did it that way because this is what I would have wanted to see. If I could actually tell them to redo the film, redo it to where as we got Luke in the Force Awakens training, and if you were going to kill him off in the third one, but have him training Rey the entire time, but just show us the true essence of Luke. But this piece, man, like literally, I would have to say basically it would be the Crate Luke. Like it's just dynamically incredible. So that's my top 3 that I'm thankful for. Honorable mention is the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan.
Dude, I think if you were having the discussion of best Hot Toys head sculpts of all time, it's
of all
in that
time,
discussion.
it would definitely be that. Bro, that Alec Guinness is incredible.
It's insane.
It is incredible, and I'm so happy, bro. It was crazy though because when I got it, like literally when I first got that, because I was part of around Sideshow's group, at that time before they kicked me out. But when I actually got
you and Brendan.
when I got that figure, bro, I bought it, and no sooner than I bought it, like maybe I think about 5 or 6 hours later, I saw somebody in chat and was like, damn, I was trying to get that Alec Guinness, whatever, but some asshole bought it, and I was gonna put it up, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But I didn't know how am I supposed to know they had low stock? You know what I mean? Like, I just bought it. So
That's what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, that Alec Guinness is definitely honorable mention, bro.
Yeah, that Alec Guinness is incredible. It's funny, like my aunt is a really big, I saw her today for Thanksgiving. My aunt is a really big Star Wars fan, and she follows my collection and stuff, and she's seen the Alec Guinness one. Yeah. And she was like, that one is insane. Like it's freaky out.
It's freaky.
She was like, it's crazy. Like it looks literally just like Alec Guinness. Like it's crazy.
Bro, it does. But
that
bro,
Dooku
yeah. Like they nailed exactly like older characters. Like
Old
they
men,
get them right. Yeah. So that just lets me know if I was ever a character and they did me, and me being older, I'd know it'd be a level of perfection. I'd be good. I'd be
older. The another really good one is Last Jedi Leia. That sculpt is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That sculpt is crazy.
It is, because I think you know what it is with the older characters, bro. Because there's so much dimension in the face, there's so much detail in the face. It forces you have to get it right. Yeah. Like you have to go in, you have to get the wrinkles, you have to get the blemishes, you have to get everything. And the thing is, if there's a risk that if you don't do it right, you'll get it wrong. And I think that's why there's a level of perfection. Even with Krennic, even that Krennic figure, the head sculpt on that is incredible. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? Like I think it's just the older figures that they have to get it right.
I agree, because even Alfred, he got a turkey neck and all that stuff. Yeah,
turkey neck.
got balls on his neck.
Balchinian, bro.
But, he looks good, man, for his age.
Balchinian, bro. That's a callback reference right there. Seriously. Optical. That's fucked up, bro. But it's Thanksgiving. We're gonna allow it. Man. We're gonna allow it.
Yeah, you gotta bust out a turkey neck, man.
Exactly, dude.
He does.
I'm trying to load up. It's funny, like when I look up Avengers Loki, it keeps coming up with the Endgame version. So
I forgot about that old Loki.
Yeah, exactly. And I pull it up on the Hot Toys website, but Hot Toys website is so like from fucking 1995.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
you would have thought they'd have got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
All that money y'all getting from us, you can't get the website right? Come on, man.
I know, man. I guess because they don't distribute their own products, so that's probably why they're just kind of like, we don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up an eBay listing. That's the only way to get the pictures I need, because that Avengers Loki, honestly, the original one to me is still great. It's not exactly perfect though. Like if you look at the head, but with the helmet on, it's fantastic
Yeah.
because it covers most of the
Yeah.
face anyway, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the helmet on, put him in a pose like
Look at
that.
that.
You can see there he's a little bulky, just a little bit. Like not much, not enough for me to kill the figure, but he's top shelf for me. I have him right, like sort of in the top shelf of my display, like right pretty much in the center or on the in the corner, but in a prime spot. In other words,
Yeah.
this and I will play whenever I'm keeping this one. When the new one comes out for Endgame, I'm still keeping this one because I want to have the original too.
So is the original one? So when you look at it and you compare it to this one, you would say that they've got it, that it's better, that it's upgraded.
Yeah, the newer one is better. The armor is the outfit is much more tailored. It's slimmer. It's the head sculpt is improved. I think the helmet is pretty much everything else. The scepter and the helmet were all fine to begin with, so that's all good.
Yeah.
But the outfit materials look better. Like I said, it looks
Yeah.
slimmer and the sculpt is improved. So it's definitely a. But that's the pose I have him in. I think on my display.
Yeah.
So that pose that looks so like why? Okay, why would you want President Loki when you can get this
Well,
right?
you can get that, bro.
Like this is just so much better in every way.
That detail, even the iteration itself, bro, is incredible.
Right.
Like
They nailed
that's
this
why I
one.
was so glad when they did the reissue of, well, sort of like a reissue. It's the in-game version, but still, it's in some people's minds it's a reissue, but it's great.
Yeah. And it's funny, Jetta said, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm thankful for this key lime pie and coffee I'm having right now. I don't think I've ever had key lime pie before.
You don't like pies a lot, Will.
Yeah, I don't really eat pie, so that's kind of why.
There's
But I do want to try that
really
carrot
good.
pie. Lael
Bro, you got to try the carrot pie, bro. The thing
Yeah.
is, it surprised the hell out of me. But it's so good, bro. It is.
Will,
Yeah.
you gotta try this poontang.
Poontang pie. Like Pootie Tang. Remember Pootie Tang was like, and he would whip people? Pootie Tang.
Bro,
That shit was classic.
that movie, bro, when he slid the milk to the door with a girl, he slid the milk outside the door. That's something Optical would do. Bro.
Optical's Pootie Tang.
Bro,
dude.
Optical would do some shit like that. Optical would slide some milk outside the door.
That's how he got married. That's actually his love story.
It worked.
Yo,
That was actually his
Yo.
romance story. That's how he got married. Little known fact.
she knocked on the door.
And he slid
He
the
stuck
milk.
his finger out and put the milk in. Yeah, bro.
It's true, bro.
Yo.
So yeah, but this
Wow.
Loki and the sculpt is a little dated, you can tell. Like the
Yeah.
sculpt is pretty dated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still an incredible figure. The other one, so I won't include statue in this conversation because statues it would be Pennywise or Balder would be in there. Like those would be
Yeah.
really important to me. But if we're just talking about Hot Toys, I'm also gonna go with the Hot Toys Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens because, at least in part, because Hot Toys doesn't even have the photos up. There we go. Okay. Because
The
it was my
Force
first Hot
Awakens.
Toys.
Okay.
Yeah, Force Awakens because it was my first Hot Toys figure ever.
Mine too.
Really?
Mine too.
I got him for $120, Leo.
You got him less than I did, but still mine too.
Yeah, and I bought him. He was great. It was funny. You know what I did? It's my first Hot Toys figure. I was like, oh, he's fine. I don't need the base. I'll just stand him up. He fell and his neck cracked. So like, but then I got my friend fix him, so he repaired him for me. But my first Hot Toys, I broke it. So because he fell. In my house, it kind of shakes a little bit. The floor's a little uneven. So I realized I need stands for all my figures after that. So I
Yeah.
needed to actually use a stand. I didn't think with Hot Toys I needed to use a stand, but I do in my house. So I use all the stands.
This is literally the best suit.
It is. It's the best Kylo look.
It's the best. It's the best look, hands down.
Yeah.
Like this is what got me excited for the film, and I was hooked. I could not wait until that film dropped. And then when I saw this figure, bro, I was like, this, bro. You know how I actually got into Sideshow? I mean, not Sideshow, Hot Toys in general. Well, actually, Sideshow too. Is that it? For some reason, it actually appeared on my Facebook feed, and that's how I
Me
saw the
too.
figure. It appeared on my Facebook feed, and then I went straight to their site, and I just started seeing that because this is how I got her. I got him first. I got Ray, and then I got Finn, and then everything else just opened up the floodgate, and that was it. Like literally, that was it.
Yeah, that's happened to me. I think because I was in those Kylo Ren cosplay communities, and I can't remember
Yeah.
what group I ended up in when this got posted. Someone was selling it, like a BST type thing. And I saw it and it was like $120, and I was like, never had Hot Toys before, but I love Kylo. He's my guy. I have a cosplay and everything. I was like, why not grab this one and see how I feel about it? Got it, fell in love with it, started pre-ordering a bunch more. I got Infinity War Thor, then I pre-ordered Darth Maul and Doctor Strange, and like, and then it was like, and Darth Maul was an easy one for me. That was like, it's Darth Maul we're talking about.
Rally, I know, bro. I am saying Sideshow too much, but that's pretty much what got me into Hot Toys was them because they were the only distributor around here. So
Yeah.
keep me honest, Riley, man. I know, man. I'm trying not to, bro. I'm trying. I'm trying not to give them too much credit, but can't
What's
help
funny,
it.
I'm sharing this actually. I found the other one is DX13, Battle Damage Terminator.
Ooh.
That figure, I bought it secondhand optical. What did I get, like a year ago, or maybe this year?
Yeah,
Sometime?
this year.
Yeah, like it's seriously, I think it's my favorite figure. This is like looks like a review from Cool Collectibles. It comes with so much stuff layout, and the head sculpt. There's some harsh lighting on this figure
Yeah.
right now, but the head sculpt in person, let me tell you,
Yeah.
the detail on this. That's why we're like, when everyone throws out like the idea of, oh, like President Loki is 285 because look at the tailoring and this and that. And I'm like, look at this figure. Like, look what they did with this. Like with the battle damage body parts, like his chest is torn apart, his arm is snapped in half. He's got battle damage all over his face. He has a light up eye. You can swap this face on there. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with the shirt off. Like you can take his, you can like look at that layout
They
with
got
the
two
light up eye.
jackets, too.
Wow.
Come
Look at
on.
the pants.
Like this was like $300 and it came with so much stuff. Like it's insane. Like this figure
It
is
was
a
worth it.
masterpiece.
It was definitely
It's a
worth
The
it.
only thing is the
It's a
belt
masterpiece.
flakes. Other than that,
Yeah.
you know, but you can get a new belt. Who cares? I mean, it's fine.
Well, I mean, with the belt flaking, it might bring element like a scorch type of
Yeah,
look.
that's true.
So he did sort of like get flared up a little bit, but
Yeah.
makes sense.
And look at that head sculpt, man. I've never even used optical. Used the light up feature on yours, right? I've never even.
I
used
did.
It.
I did everything. Like I made 2 figures out of it because you could. You got.
I'm still gonna do that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got all the spare parts. The guy gave me a pair of pants too, so I'm gonna use that and make a second figure. Yeah, it's just an insane figure. I mean, it just all around insane figure. I can't say enough good things about it. That is the one I always say, like, don't go out and pay secondary prices for figures that are crazy. But this one I did. I think I paid like $550 for it because I knew they're probably never going to reissue this figure. I love Terminator 2. Arnold's probably my favorite actor of all time. I needed this figure, and I wasn't collecting when they released it. So, it's insane. Yeah, and the guy told me when I bought it on eBay from him, and I asked him a million questions, sent me pictures and video of everything. He's like, dude, everything's pristine condition. Nothing's flaking. Everything's great. And I got it. It was perfect.
Dope.
So
What does Fox say his first Hot Toys was a cost baby. What a way to
what? Who said that? I didn't even see it.
What does Foxy say? My first Hot Toys was a cost baby.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What does the Foxy say? That was God, cost very nice. I wonder which cost baby. But yeah, so here's one, and we could do. I think this probably maybe be our last one. If not, we'll see. Maybe we'll do a couple more if you guys have time. But I don't want to hold you up too long on Thanksgiving. What's your favorite memory associated with collecting? So this could be getting a certain figure, meeting people. I mean, meeting you guys is one of my favorites. Like doing this streaming thing, like that's changed everything for all of us. So I mean, it's got us deeper into collecting. So Lael, do you have like sort of one memory you can pinpoint as sort of like
definitely besides the simple fact that meeting you guys and being a part of this community and stuff like that, because that by far, we get a chance to kind of meet people who are like-minded and we can share ideas and have these discussions. You can't have these. I can't, like you said, Will, I have some good friends that I can't have these discussions with because they'll never understand it on this particular level. And they're not really hardcore collectors like we are. But if I had to, had another, scenario, a good scenario with collecting, I would honestly have to say again, for Christmas, I think it was for Christmas when, Toya surprised me with the Wakanda throne, with the T'Challa's throne.
Nice.
Like literally that solidifies a relationship when you're with somebody and they understand you. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
yeah.
and they support what you do. And she did, what she did to at that point was what if anybody, my age remembers when, Kenner first dropped the Star Wars figures, when the movie released, they didn't have the figures in order. They didn't have them ready. So what they did was they gave you, you bought the figure and they gave you a sheet to let you know when it was coming and what you purchased. So all you had was just that sheet. So that's the same thing for me, is that she presented me with a piece of paper that showed the pre-order of the figure. Of the chair. And I was like, yes, I was happy. So
Nice.
So meeting this community, being a part of this community, and how far it's taken us, and then that, both scenarios for me.
Yeah. So what about you, Optical?
Like outside of the things that we just said,
Yeah.
The first one was my first Hot Toys was 2011. I think the Superman. So my wife gave it to
Oh.
me because she knows I love Superman, and I
Oh,
didn't.
she gave
See?
it to you.
She gave it to me.
Nice.
That was my
Those
first
mean the
Hot Toys
most, I
ever.
feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I opened it up and never really felt anything because that at that time it wasn't on my radar. I was just like,
Yeah.
Right.
why don't you give me a doll? And then it was just
Give
like
me a doll.
I throw away the boxes, throw away the
Oh,
paper
do you still
box.
have the box?
I still have the box. 'Cause
Oh,
the
okay,
box is
okay.
awesome. It's like an S emblem on it. So I kept
Okay.
but that didn't really get me to Hot Toys. So that was memorable in terms of, you getting it first time. But what got me was after the fact, I went to my friends, I saw some Iron Man, and that's when the gear started rolling. Because this is a year after I got Superman. So imagine I
Yeah.
got Superman, didn't buy anything, never really got impressed. So the year later, and I was just like, shoot, I gotta. And this is the time where I was still. I find it still expensive. This was 2012 or so. So
Yeah.
now the hunt, you always remember that the first hunt that you did. There's like three Jokers back then: MMS 68, DX01, and DX11. I didn't want to pay DX11, so I was just like, I'm gonna settle with MMS 68. So
Yeah.
you remember those things when you're searching on eBay, and then you have a price. I'm only gonna pay 140. You look for these things, and then you open it up. You're excited. I was like, oh man, it looks like Joker. It really doesn't. It looks like more like Keanu Reeves. Like, what the heck? But yeah, when you remember those things, like then
Yeah.
the pure joy of like just opening it up, the first thing, the smell, the boxes and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that was just pure, unlike now where
Yeah.
we just get it and we're not even excited anymore. I was like, all right, well, shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it before I open it. I'm gonna set up the camera first. And then you can't wait. I gotta open it up and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what really stuck out to me. Ironically, it's MMS 68.
Nice.
MMS
As long as
68.
it's not 69, then you're good.
That's true.
So it's funny, but like AJ dropped a really good comment here. So my first collecting memory goes way back to when I was young. My dad and I hunted hard for a 3.75 Kit Fisto in like 2002. See, those are cool, like the family moments, I think. And that's kind of why I asked this question, because it ties into Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, whatever. Like that's the kind of stuff I think that you remember and get you into collecting. You remember it fondly. Like I think that's what's really nice about it. And Ren said, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the Philippines, but I'm thankful for discovering this community, even if I don't have 1/6 figures yet. But your video discussions make me happy, especially during the pandemic. Thanks so much, Ren. That didn't mean a lot. Seriously, you'll get those figures you want. Just keep grinding. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Always Sunnyvale Optical said, Man of Steel was my first figure too. That's crazy. And Ren said, happy Thanksgiving. Love you too, man. Love you guys. That's awesome. So yeah, for me, this is a tough one. I mean, I think I've had some really good experiences. I think overall, I mean, I would say sort of like what you guys have echoed, the obvious thing would be sort of making all the friends that I've made doing these streams. I mean, like it's hard to pinpoint one. I mean, maybe the first one we all did together on Let's Talk with PJ, that would probably be something. I mean, because that obviously was the start of something important, right? So, so that I think is pretty important. And then from there, I mean, if I were to look at sort of, like I've been gifted figures before, but they were from my XX girlfriends. I don't know if I would count those as like a favorite memory associated. It's not like you guys; they're like your significant others, significant other at the time. But she did give me the CC Toys Joel optical from Last of Us. So that's a good one. And she gave me, and Leo, I ended up selling it at one point, but she gave me the Gentle Giant Revan, which was really cool. That ended up going way up in price from when she bought it for me. So. Stuff like that for sure. But, I think more so for me, I think probably, unboxing, I think maybe that Kylo Ren figure that I got, the first one, I guess it's always the first. So it's always something special about that, but
you always remember the first.
You always remember the first, whether it's good or bad. You always remember, even though I broke it, it was still good. And I still have that figure. It's fine. My friend repaired it. So it's fine. So I think stuff like that too. And then, just figures I've been gifted. And then, I think maybe unboxing the Avengers Loki too. I mean, that one is, just insane. That's why I think, a big part of the experience of buying collectibles is the unboxing experience, because you open it and you just get that immediate gratification and joy from it. So I think that's kind of the interesting part, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think there's so many memories we could pinpoint, but there's a lot of good ones that we're thankful for, I think. Last question, then we'll wrap up. So, and we could do this quick too. What's one lesson learned for 2021 you're thankful for that you can take into collecting? Like, whether it be to pre-order less or to, be more cautious about your budget, or maybe to wait to see the movie first, something like that. So drop your comments in the chat, guys, what yours are. But I'll start with you, Optical. What's one lesson you learned?
That I don't really need half of the things that I buy. Like
Right.
Like no one really needs hot toys to begin with. But what I learned so far was really going hard because back then I've been doing it for 10 years. You always have this blanket statement of just buy what you love, but you don't realize that you love a lot of things. So,
Mhm.
and what ended up happening to me was accumulating all these figures that I don't necessarily love, and not you don't need to have that mentality all the time,
Mhm.
but minimizing that, like what you guys talked about earlier. I mean, last night was that Spider-Man, for example. I'm just going to use that example because if you don't rush into things, maybe you can get it cheaper. In worst case scenario, if you don't get it cheaper, maybe you just don't need it at all, and that would make you focus more on the things that you actually love, like
Mhm.
posing. I've totally forgot about posing and taking pictures on Instagram just because I'm just always focused on the next review,
Mhm.
trying to be relevant and all that stuff. So but I forgot the essence of collecting, and it came to a point where you just kind of like rolling. And but now I set a hard cap on myself, and I'm following that cap, that if I want one thing, then something has to go out. So that would make it, I guess, more important or more meaningful to me. It might not work for everyone, but for me, I mean, so far I'm loving it because I 2 months I haven't bought anything, and I've been posting pictures on Instagram, and I'm enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying myself, not having that pressure to like that
To
short
just
trooper that we
buy
thought
and
about,
stuff like that.
buy
Yeah.
and buy, and like, oh, because I,
Yeah.
I need this. Now my display is going to be a lot better because it's not going to be cramped up, saving money, and I don't feel, I guess, not even pressured but guilty about the things that I mostly do when I'm doing this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a good one, Ray. And I'm just showing a bunch of comments here, some really good thoughts that you don't need everything when it's released, like day
Mhm.
one,
Yeah.
right? Some things you do. I mean, if it's like Endgame Loki or Pennywise for me, and I got a good price on them, which I did, then I would like to do that. But it's interesting. So, Leo, what do you think? What's yours?
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. I've learned, day one I don't need. I don't
Mhm.
need to actually get day one figures, to be quite honest. It's not something that and I think mainly because what taught me that I mean hearing Optical talk about, and you talking about expenses, um, you know, watching, because the thing is Optical doesn't do day one a lot.
Mhm.
But when he does videos, he still gets the traction because it looks good and it's very informative. And it just teaches you that with patience you really don't have to have. I mean, you can have the figures that you want, but you don't have to get them day one. You just be patient and it'll come. Because I think with doing all the day ones and you find that you're paying a bit more. And I think that it was all just in the beginning when I was doing reviews. When I was trying to do these reviews. Um, it was just one of those things where again you had to have, or you thought you had to actually have these figures day one. You needed to have them day one, but you don't necessarily need to. You know what I mean? Go back to the days when if you pre-order, you decide to pre-order it, you pay it off. When it comes, it comes. You just look at what you have, enjoy the simple fact that you have the figures that you basically have on your stand. And the thing is, it's like for me, what I learned is like anytime something gets if me loving a hobby gets competitive, that takes the joy out of it. You know
Right.
what I mean? If it makes any sense. Because I'm not trying to compete with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not. I love what I love. I love doing what I do. I love these streams. A lot of people may not love the stream. I love streaming because it connects us well with individuals out there who would like to hear us talk about it. And I think we have a responsibility not to tell people what to buy, but to inform people of what's out there and what we think about it and maybe give our opinions. You know what I mean? And I like that we can reach people and have those discussions. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, we get feedback from them. You know what I mean? So I like having that. Yes, I still do my, posing videos and stuff like that. Yes. But I like streaming. I happen to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So that's just me. That's not everybody. But again, um, I do basically like, I think, what I've learned just from you guys is just to be smarter. You know what I mean? Be smart about what you collect. You don't need everything that is released. Some things you can, even things that are within your IP. Think
Yeah.
about it. Like, do you necessarily need to have it? It might have been not have been a figure that had much presence or you had a connection with. So if you didn't have that connection, like a lot of people, because I literally, that's what I did with Bro Thor. I didn't have as much of a connection with people did as other people did in Endgame. So I canceled it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want it. You know what I mean? I didn't want that figure, so I gave it up. But I'm happy for everybody else who got it. I just don't need it. You know what I mean? I have the Mark 85. You know what I mean? I have my Cap. Those are the two figures that I mainly connected more with in the film. But not because they were together. They were in two, even if they had scenes away, from each other. But again, like I said, I mean, like, yeah. Patience is a key,
Yeah.
And is being morally responsible when it comes to finances and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say that's basically what I've learned.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think for me, the biggest thing was sort of it ties into what both of you have said, like create the importance of managing your finances and tracking your orders. Because I think maybe, I don't know if Optical was the one that inspired that in me or one of you guys. I was talking to you about it and you're like, yeah, you should really start tracking these things. Because I was just pre-ordering like a lot of stuff, not really day one, but I was pre-ordering a lot of stuff through Sideshow and Comic Concepts and Alter Ego, wherever. Like, and I was pre-ordering all this stuff, and then I ran it through an Excel doc, and I was like, motherfucker.
Man,
I was like, I got so much money tied up over the next 2 years in these pre-order statues, figures, whatever. And then I went and canceled. I canceled
so
I canceled like 5 or 6 things. I was like, I got to take an NRD hit on some of them. I can't have all these things. Like some of them I got the NRDs back because they've been delayed, so that worked out. But I had to take some, and I was like, I had to cancel some, and even now I just canceled some the other day and got the NRD back. But the So Toys Homelander, and I do want that figure, but I want to see how it turns out because I got the NRD back. I'll wait and see if I want it. Then I'll get it. But it's one of those where I'm like, it's one of those like you said, Leo. I want it, but do I need it? Like there's so much other stuff I feel like I need more for my collection. But I think that's the biggest thing for me, the importance of budgeting and tracking your finances, because otherwise you can end up in a very precarious situation where you're like, oh man, I don't know. Like I kind of overdid this. I got overzealous, right? And you don't, and like you said, you don't need everything. Like in the beginning, when I first started collecting, I was doing all these streams. It's almost like you feel like you have to get a lot of stuff to maintain your credibility. Yeah. Like you have to like get a lot of stuff because like, well, he's not a real collector if he's not buying everything or buying a lot of things, right? So it's almost like I felt like, oh, I like that, I'll get that. I like that, I'll get that. But then I would get it and I'm like, oh, I like it, but then I would sell it. Like I would have it, or maybe I like it and I would kind of be like, okay, it's cool in my collection, but I don't love it, right? Now I've curated everything to the point where every figure I have, I love. So, and I love that because I can go down and look in my collection and be like, this is what I love out of it. Like I love everything I have here.
And that's the thing, like I would actually, just say literally collect what you love and not what you just like.
Right.
Because if you just like it, then that means in the very beginning you were on the fence and you might even when you got it thought about selling it, but it's like, okay, no, I'll keep it because it's decent. No, that's not going to wing it. Right. You got to collect literally. If I love it and I love the piece, that's why I'm getting it. You know what I mean? Because I have a connection to it in the end.
I like you, Leo. You said with both Thor, Infinity War Thor is the one I need, and that's what I have.
Yeah, and I have that one.
Infinity War Thor, that is the boss ass Thor that we always wanted. He comes in, he wrecks shit. Like that's the Thor that I think I always wanted and I got. So I would love to have maybe a road worn Thor at some point too, but so pricey.
And Will, to piggyback on what you just said, like I love the community that we're in, but I think I can speak for all three of us here. When we started this, we always said we're not here to save the community, right? We're just having some fun.
Yeah.
We are, we say something. If you don't agree with us, that's cool, right? Like you do what you want to do. Yeah. However, here's what I would say, and this is a trap. When we sit here and sometimes and we have a good community, and sometimes when you want to be a part of that community, you don't need to buy one. You don't need to buy every figure to be a part of that community.
Exactly.
It's not going to change your credibility.
Exactly.
Rance here has no 1/6 figure yet. It doesn't mean that you're not welcome, Rance.
No, he's awesome. He's so supportive. He's amazing.
It doesn't mean that we're more collectors than you are because you don't have one. It doesn't make you less of a collector or of a fan if you don't have one.
I'm glad you said that.
No. Not every collection needs to be like insane.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a requirement. Take it from me. I'm reviewing on YouTube. I bought 13 Hot Toys this year. 13. So just keep that in perspective. Like 13. None of them were. I bought 2 from Hong Kong because they're cheaper. So there's no requirement to be, a part of this, community that we're in. We can be friends. We can be friends without you not buying a single hot toy.
Exactly.
No prerequisites.
No, there's none.
Exactly. And then even if you hear people say, "Oh, you're not a collector. You don't even have hot toys," because I hear that a lot. "Oh, you don't even have hot toys, or you don't have many figures. How can you be a collector? How can you?" Yo, just because you don't, like Optical said, doesn't mean you're not part of the community. Like, shame on anybody who would actually look down on a person. Some people are here for sheer entertainment, and some people are here because they're smart enough to say, you know what, Down the line, there will be one that I collect, but for right now, I just like to live vicariously through you guys and just get the information. So I
Yeah.
know when I do, I'm just getting what I love. So yeah, like, come on, man. Like
Yeah.
come on.
I'm
That's
with you,
that's what
Leo.
it is. That's
And
what it
J Rod
is.
said, I gotta keep it Will in his statue. J Rod, the Cowboys lost to the Raiders today. Okay. So you got to keep up with the Cowboys first, and the Cowboys can't keep up with the Raiders. So, but no. And what does the Fox say? Great comment. I only have Hot Toys cosplayers. Am I less of a Hot Toys collector? Absolutely not. No chance.
Hell
We joke
no.
around about cosplays, but dude,
Hell
absolutely
no.
not.
Yeah.
No chance. If you love
Hell
cos babies,
no.
then do your damn thing. That's
If you
incredible.
love cos babies, if you love
Cos
Funko,
babies.
Funko Pops, if you love them all,
Canceled.
like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, seriously, you're still as much as a collector and part of the collecting community as anybody else. So,
Yeah,
nah,
and
don't.
physical. Yeah, I'm with you, Leo, 100%. Angel said bought 32 Hot Toys. That's great. And then if you love 32 Hot Toys, yeah, kudos to you. And we did get an amazing super chat. Thank you so much, Major Brent Derlin. That seriously, that's seriously amazing. Late to the stream. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanks for the great content y'all make for us. Seriously,
Yes,
thanks.
man.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. That means a lot. And yeah, I mean, yeah. See, this year I bought very little, but appreciate the items way more than usual. Have you guys noticed that? If you buy less, you appreciate the ones you have more.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You do.
because you have less to sort of
Yeah.
the gaze at and like sort of appreciate, because you have those ones and you can really look at those and be like, man, I really made good choices and I love the ones I have.
Right.
Mhm.
We're in a different time. We're in a different time now where every week there's an announcement. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you just be true to yourself, knowing that you can't keep up with this.
Nah.
There's things that you're gonna miss out on, and maybe those things that you missed out on, maybe they'll become expensive over time. But who
Yeah.
cares, right? Like even if
Yeah.
they do, like, who cares? Like, as long as you're happy with what you have, regardless if you got one Hot Toys, 30, you don't need to say instant pre-order right away, on the chat all the time. Like, I
Yeah.
don't. Like, I even got, somebody like commented me, were like, do you buy anything? I was just like, barely, it's just
It's
like,
funny, Optical.
Yeah.
I think Denobi brought this up first. The fact that we're in what they call the storm now, I think that did change the ideology for a lot of people, because when we started getting drop after drop after drop, and it's been like, oh my God, I can't keep up. Like, I have to be selective. I don't have a choice anymore, right? It's like I don't have a choice to be, to buy everything, because I'll literally go broke. So,
Yeah.
and I think that changed things for sure. And I think one thing I will say, just to wrap this topic up, is it's a very simple thing, but I found this is really effective for myself. I'm sure other people do the same. Literally, it's as simple as sometimes when you're just, have nothing to do, go downstairs, turn your lights on in your collection, and just look at everything. Like, I mean, seriously, I think we don't do that enough sometimes. Like, we put things in
Yeah.
our collection, we love it when we unbox it and we look at it a few times, then we leave it and don't look at it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you bought the figure, and then, like Lael said, take it out, articulate it, do a
Yeah.
new pose or something. Like, I
it's
mean,
an accessory.
yeah, engage.
Yeah.
Even if you have a
Swap out the
statue,
accessories,
look at it. Like, look, look at your art piece that you bought, because you bought it for a reason. So
Yeah.
I don't think we do that. We don't appreciate what we have enough. At least in my case,
Well
that's what I
said.
do. So I go back
Well
in,
said, yeah.
turn on all the lights. I'm like, damn, this is sick, and I'm glad I bought all this shit.
But
Like,
you know what I will say, Ashley? She said, "Where's Pennywise?" I will say, once Will gets Pennywise, I swear to God, it probably won't. That
you
figure
won't see
will.
me for a week.
You won't see him for a week, but it's not even going to be in its collection. It's going to be a single in the middle of the room collection with spotlights on it and everything.
It'll be a shrine.
It'll
People
be a
walking
shrine
back
piece.
and forth into it, like staring at it.
It'd be like that golden helmet that we saw in Raiders of the Lost Ark when he swapped it out for sand, so like the traps wouldn't go off like at the very beginning. It's gonna be like that for
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But some of these final comments, like as Denobi said, tapping out. I do that more often now, like just appreciating the collectibles. Collecting is not a competition. Enjoy your collection, not everyone else. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
And I admire my collection every damn day. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it, definitely.
And 30 minutes a day, as Daryl said, play with one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's what you bought it for.
Riley said, I'm manifesting a Pennywise drop for tonight. Riley, after you stole my stormtroopers.
How dare you, Riley?
Do you know about that layout? There was
No.
a guy posted 4 first order stormtroopers with their guns in the bases. They were loose. Other than that, it was 4 of them. There was like an officer and something else, and 3 other ones. 220 shipped, I think, for 4. And Riley bought them just before I did. Like, he messaged the guy and bought them, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I bought them. I'm like, Riley, you son of a bitch.
I
I
hope
was gonna
you
buy
ate
that.
friends and family.
Yo,
I know. I was gonna put him in front of my
Riley.
Kylo. Put him with Phasma and Kylo. Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah.
Riley, you went from being a moderator to being banned.
Nicola said Will's gonna sleep with like a teddy bear, probably. They said Will's gonna buy a light up pedestal for Pennywise. Yeah, maybe.
Yep,
Maybe.
straight up, he is.
So, Guys, yeah, thanks. Seriously, you guys are my best bros. You know, seriously, you guys are amazing. Thanks for joining me on Thanksgiving. I hope you have
Yes.
had a great Thanksgiving. It was a good one for me. Got to see a bunch of family I haven't seen in a while. So hopefully, hey, Leo ate a carrot pie.
Yes, and
So-
I'm going to get another piece tonight because it's right upstairs. I got
Oh,
a
is it?
whole, yeah, hell yeah. I got a
Okay.
whole one. I
So-
got that one and a sweet potato upstairs. So I'm
Leo,
gonna
do
go
you
get
have
another.
anything else coming up this week that you want to announce? or-
So I was going to drop the Take Your Position Night Vigilante, aka Nightwing, figure tonight. But when I went and looked back at the videos that I recorded, the lighting switched for some reason. Like the camera switched the lighting, and it made it like it looked too blue to me. Like I didn't like it. So I'm gonna actually re-record, which I don't mind doing. Re-record. I know all the poses because I can look off of the ones that I had originally, and maybe add a different one. So I'm gonna probably release that one tomorrow. I was gonna release it today, but I'm gonna release it tomorrow. I think tomorrow night I have. Do we have a stream tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah, we got
Um,
Man of Hot tomorrow.
With Man of Hot tomorrow, and then Aries on Saturday, and then we have yours on Sunday. Then I have Take Your Position live with Iron Logan on Sunday, before yours, I believe. And
Yeah,
then of
mine's
course,
Friday with them. Yeah.
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So, and yeah, Monday as always, comic book talk with friends at 9:15. So we'll be discussing a full spoiler discussion of both episodes of Hawkeye,
Nice.
which was great. And then,
was
bro, that the episode 2 was crazy.
I
When he
loved
went-
both of them.
When he went to the
Yeah.
Ren Fair, he had like
Oh,
the
that was really
Bro,
good. That
that
was
was-
actually really. It was in slow motion.
It was
That
in
really-
slow mo, but it was
Yeah.
funny, bro.
It was
That
funny.
was
That
my
was good.
favorite scene, so I loved it. Yeah, so we'll do that. I think we got with Justin on Tuesday. I'll be back here on Wednesday for Say What. Possibly, I think Thursday we will do Uncivilized Scoundrels. So yeah, just a lot coming up, but just as normal. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
So Optical, what about you?
Well, I just released, I think last night, the Elgato key light. So anyone who's
I
trying to
saw that.
stream, I would say that's the best light out there.
Is that the light you use?
That's what I use. I got 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to get me to buy that Stream Deck, and I might do it.
You
so.
should have bought it. Like, if you guys are planning to stream, and there's so many people streaming right now, it's amazing because
Yeah.
you have no shortage of content. I like to hear
Yeah.
different thoughts.
Yeah.
I might not agree with every thoughts, but I like to hear them.
Don't you like to hear different ones?
Yeah, I have different thoughts. So I love. So if you're planning to, you can use those kind of lights or cameras and all that stuff, sound gear. So I had one. And I'm probably gonna do like I was gonna do the preview of Loki, presidential Loki, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I got the some dioramas because I got addicted to dioramas lately, so I bought a bunch of those. So yeah, just keep an eye on those. So it's just a nice compliment to Hot Toys. We keep on getting figure after figure, but you don't really set up a good scene around them. So that's my new fix now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Those dioramas are really cool. So I'm reviewing Prime 1 Baldur. I'm hoping to have that out sometime over the next couple days, maybe even tomorrow. I'll be on Iron Logan tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time. So that we're gonna pose something. I think we're gonna pose Kylo. I don't know what we're gonna do, but
Okay.
so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do Man of Hot tomorrow night. I think at 9. I
Okay.
think, and then we got so I have a busy one. Then I got Aries stream Saturday. I think it's 6.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing one with Justin, I think at 10:30, but I don't know if he's announced it yet, so I don't know exactly how much I can say about it. But it's like a live reaction type thing, I think. So that's gonna be cool. And then Sunday I have my own. So yeah, quite the busy schedule coming up. And then I'm gonna review some other stuff too. But yeah, I'm getting all that done. And then, like I said, Baldur would be the next thing you see from me because I shot that review today, and
Yeah.
it's almost I'm editing the footage now, so it's gonna be really cool. I was so passionate about that when I had to review it. Optical just disappeared. He was like, I'm done. It's Thanksgiving time. So I got one more super chat. Cobras, thank you so much. Seriously, $5. You guys with these super chats, it's seriously so amazing, and so
Thanks
thankful
for
for
that,
you guys.
man.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Much love and respect. Time to beat. Time to beat. That's what you do, bro, on Thanksgiving to wrap up the day. It's all you gotta do. Just go. You get a nice sleep, eat some carrot pie, and then that's a wrap. So yeah. So thanks so much, guys, for joining. Seriously, it was an amazing stream. I'm glad we were able to do it
Yes.
on Thanksgiving. Optical is
Yes.
back.
Lake said he's singing in the camera, so I was just like, I'm out.
He set him out.
Yeah, it's, what did Lane say? Oh no, people have asked me not to sing on camera. Yeah, Lane. Yeah.
Beat what?
Lane said be what? You know, Lane. Optical, did you see the super chat we got?
Thanksgiving special, Lane.
Did you see Cobra super chat? He said time to beat.
It's
Man.
Thanksgiving special.
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
man.
peace
Ready.
out. I hope I don't get a copyright claim, but we're gonna try it anyway. Because every time I play this intro and outro layout, I get a copyright claim. But then I
For
just
real?
remove it. Yeah, I don't know why. It's a royalty free song, but we're gonna do it anyway. Peace out, guys. See you in the next one.